Welcome back to the video. Today's video slash discussion video slash everything. So, last week or a couple days ago, we talked about how chapter 3 and season and the chapter 1 and chapter 2 map are related to some. So, let's talk about the whole situation. So you guys look at the background of the mummy skin. You can kind of see that there's like swirls, like little swirls here, swirls there, swirls everywhere. Now, if you go to the uh, competitive thing, it looks kind of familiar for some reason. If you can see, there's a storm in the background, and there is a hand. Now, and then there's also a swirl there. Now, I was kind of curious. All right, so what does this mean? What does this mean to actually talk about Fortnite? If you guys didn't know, also they did brought back the storm, the stormy background. Before I didn't really get to see it too much because it was still, work in progress. Anyways, I want to talk about something about this back, and I also want to talk about the caretaker also. If you guys don't know, the caretaker uses a blast, like he charges up and then he fires it out of his chest, right? And he's like it's kind of interesting how the Storm King does the exact same thing. So, my point is that a lot of people thought that the Storm King's not related to the Cube Queen, but there are a few YouTubers that do think that the Storm King is related to the Cube Queen herself, and I believe the reason why this is the case. If you take a look, you can see that hand. I recognize that hand, and that's the hand of the Storm King himself. He's holding a trophy from him. Just a quick pointer for that. So, how is the Storm King related to the Cube Queen? Well, for some reason, I think they both are somewhat related. Maybe husband. Remember the question about Jules and Midas? We knew that Jules was Midas' daughter, and now we're trying to figure out about the Storm King. I believe that the Storm King himself is actually the husband of the Cube Queen, and I'm just saying because it makes sense. Because if you didn't know, the Cube Queen, the Storm King and the Cube Queen are kind of like related. They both have the exact same power. They both can summon things. They both can use magic. They both use like the Storm King and can summon use his magic power through his elemental hands. And then there's different types of there are different types of magic that can be used. There are handheld magic with for instance say instead of having a circle around it and then just summoning the spell, instead you can enhance your hand to have it use any type of magic. It's like a wizard kind of thing. Anyways, so what does this mean about the whole Fortnite storyline for Chapter 3? I believe that we're on the last and final section of the Fortnite storyline. And the reason why is because everything to lead up to this point in time is going to lead to Chapter 3, all the way to Chapter 3 will be the first ever time we get an explanation of the. I didn't mention about this before, but I did want to mention is that in one of the one of a source told that in the center there was, I did mention about the pyramid back in Loot Lake. I think I did, but there was a pyramid in the bottom of Loot Lake, and then there was like, it didn't appear anytime soon, so we knew that there was a random pyramid for some reason, and we believe that was a hint towards for this upcoming pyramid that's coming right now. So basically, the pyramid itself is going to be right in this right. It's going to be basically the center point of the whole island itself. So if you guys remember, there's a lot of hints towards a pyramid PY coming in the future. If you remember back in season 5, there was like a whole desert, like sands and stuff. Remember back in chapter 1, there was like a pyramid, and so the pyramid might actually come in. And if you remember, the floating island looked kind of like a pyramid. If you flip it upside down, it will look like more like a pyramid kind of shape. So that's basically what I'm saying. So what does this pyramid have to do with the Cube Queen? Well, this is actually going to be talking about the first phase of her plans. So the first phase of her plans is basically to do with the Horde Rush / the Wrath of the Cube Queen, or where the caretakers come in. For her second phase, I don't know when that's going to happen, probably next week. And their final phase will be probably phase 3. I would say there's probably going to at least be 4 phases in total. So phase 1, Fortnite Mirrors, phase 2 with the pyramid, phase 3 something else, and then phase 4 will be the last phase where we get to see the entire island probably going to be obliterated by the Cube Queen herself. So that's another thing. So someone did mention that the whole island is going to turn into one giant pyramid, and that might be true, but there is another theory, is that the island could change. The Cube Queen could do the exact same thing what the Ice King did. He covered the whole island into like a giant ice land, like a frost land, so to freeze the whole island. So what does the Cube Queen I'm gonna say the Cube Queen is gonna probably change the whole island into the sideways, basically into the underworld, basically, because it looks like the underworld. Because when you go into the sideways, it does feel like like an underworld kind of feeling, like the orange texture. It feels very hot, but I don't know. I don't know what the underworld looks like exactly like, but I guess we could say that the underworld looks like that. I thought it was gonna be like more like darker, but anyways, so let's talk about. So we already have a few Fortnite Mayor skin already. So next, sometime coming in a few more days or so, next week on the 18.30 update will be where it will be the second last update. And the interesting point I want to point out, there are no updates after that. No updates right after that, but there will be an update for that. Now another thing is Graven is here. I forgot to mention Graven. I think his card flipped, but I'm not sure. We also have the Mummy skin. We have the Graven himself. Looks like one of those Eagle Pharaohs kind of thing, because there was a lot of layer 2. He looks really cool. I'm not sure which one's better, the Raven or Graven, or the Hollowhead one that was the Raven too. But I don't know which one will look better. So, anyways, that's basically what I want to talk about also. So So in chapter 3, in one of the leaked sources, they said that chapter 3 will be revealing everything. Revealing about because we already know where the cube is from, it will be revealing everything. So we're expecting something will happen in chapter 3 and so forth and moving forward. And revealing all the locations of where the 7 are from, where they actually came from, because we still don't know where they're actually from, because personally, it's still a mystery to us. Like the Cube Queen, we don't know we already know what the Cube Queen is. Basically, she looks like a god, and she looks like she is a Cleopatra Egyptian. Now, for some reason, when I look at her, actually, I thought she would be more like a tan kind of color, right? More like a tan kind of color. But, anyways, now the other thing is, I figured out what the Cube Queen is. Also, the Cube Queen can, so if, say, for instance, a normal person touches the cube, right, or anyone like that, will turn themselves into a darker version of themselves, basically draining their life energy out of them, basically. If you look at Dark Jonesy, he had the exact same thing, where his or something like that, close to him. Also, there is some information about. So, if you guys don't know, if you complete the challenges for the let's go to. If you want to go do Dark Jonesy challenges, for some reason, if you go into like solos or anything like that, it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why, but it just doesn't work. When I tried it in Team Rumble. I went to Team Rumble and it doesn't. It's still the Team Rumble one works. You get the challenge for it, but if you're trying to do a challenge where the totem of where you hand his vision. Now visions are also used in elemental magic also. Very interesting. They also use visions are very powerful. It's kind of like I'm surprised that I did play a game that is related to visions because in I'm talking like the ancient deck. I'm just getting a reference because they do talk a lot about visions and gods and other things. So now let's talk about the so. I mentioned before that either Season 9 will happen or Season 9 won't happen. And the theme could be magic theme / fantasy theme or / dark ages. I don't know what it's called. But I don't know why they call it Magic the Dark Ages because it's not really dark. It's more like the Dark Ages is kind of like, magical, I guess. But there are some rumors possibly floating around talking about the whole sequence that you may be able to chant your weapons and may be able to, if Season 9 does happen, there are a couple things. First of all, number one, maybe you'll be able to enchant your weapons. Number two, there's going to be different types of items into the whole magic kind of thing. They're probably going to be like creatures, new type of creatures, because the only type of creatures we have so far, we have boars, frogs, and raptors, and also wolves. So that's and chickens. Don't forget the chickens. So we have boars / pigs in Minecraft. We have boars, we have werewolves, we have raptors, and then wolves, raptors, and boars and chickens. Right, 5 in total. But we don't have we don't have right now we do have a flying. So I forgot about crows. those are really the most annoying thing in the world. Yeah, that's the first flying mob. Also, mosquitoes. I'm not sure if mosquitoes are already in game. Because if you go to let's go. If you go to the what's that thing called again? Can't remember. If you go to the Alpine ski resort, you can find like a little bit of flies around. So maybe those are some kind of thing. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Now, if you guys don't know, frogs are. There's something really interesting. Epic allowed you to tame frogs. Now, that was not really. That was kind of really interesting how you can now tame frogs. And I believe the reason why is because you know how like fireflies can. If you don't know, fireflies are insects, and frogs love insects. So I don't know why Epic hasn't like put like give a frog give the ability to have frogs. Now I don't know how many cards are left in this Fortnite Mirrors. So there are a couple more cards for next week. We have the Remix Dusk and we have Midas. Remix Dusk. If you don't know what she looks like, she's in the loading screen. I'm pretty sure. This is what she looks like. She's kind of like a, and she also has on the survey, and basically she looks really good. Also, really great. She's basically looks like a vampire hunter or something like that, and the vampire. The Crimson Vampire looks kind of like Count Dracula from Marvel. So really interesting, and you can also see that I can't wait to get this. I also love the shoes, like really nice. They're like they're kind of like high heels, but they're not really high heels, but they're sort of like a really cool shoe kind of looking like. And then of course. And something really interesting is that she has long hair. The other two Dusk, mostly all the other Dusk, and it looks like she also has normal eyes. Also, yeah, she has normal eyes. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but she does have normal eyes. And then so there are two versions of Dusk. There is the Midnight Dusk. And there's one from season 6. Now I don't know which ones. I kind of hoping when the remix Dusk comes out, I'm hoping it's gonna be a lot cooler, cleaner, much. It'll probably look. So this is what she looks. This is what Dusk looks like in the in her basically vampire form, and then her. And then for her, let's see. And then if we go to find the other Dusk, I'm just trying to find it out. Also, the reason why I'm listening to the Christmas song, this one, the Frost Night thing, is because, that was a close one, because I was about to play the audio and then I forgot to turn it off. Because I'm doing a video, so there was like if you get like a tiny snippet of like this much of like the don't worry, you won't get copyrighted if it's just a tiny snippet of the. I'm trying to find where Dusk is. I know she's around here somewhere. I saw Midnight Dusk. Oh, there she is. This one is, as you can see, she has like a kind of like a bow tie with really crazy hair. She almost looks like an anime kind of character. Pretty cool. And basically, this is what she's gonna look like in the actual loading screen. So, also, I'm just gonna quickly just like, I got to turn that music off quickly before I excellently play it, and then because I really, all right, there we go. So I won't play. Yeah. So, uh, so the remix does Midas. Everyone's really excited. I think the two most really exciting ones that are going to come from Fortnite Mirrors probably the Cube Queen, the Shadow Midas, and Remix Dusk. I'm not gonna get the Shadow Midas because I'm more a big fan of the. When I first saw the Remix Dusk, I was like, maybe I'll just wait a bit and see what she looks like in the actual game. And then I was like, maybe I should just get her because she looks really cool. Also, she looks very nice. Also, and also I have all the. I also played in season 6. That was my first ever season I ever played, so keep that in mind. But I don't have the victory umbrella because that was the time when we didn't have skill based back in the day. So now let's talk about the. Didn't mention a lot of things. Yeah, I did. Also, another thing is Supercharge Weekend. Yay! Yep, Supercharge. Right now, for some reason, I use up. I don't know how much Supercharge you get, but it depends on how much. Because I just used up all my Supercharge and it's gone. So I don't know what happened to it. I thought it was gonna last for infinitely because we haven't had Supercharge for a long time. The last time I had Supercharge was like back in chapter 2, season 1. Like they introduced Supercharge because everyone was like, wanted to get it. I haven't seen it in like such a long time. It's been like so like the power leveling is just like it has been so long. It's just like I can't even remember the last time we had it. Like when they brought back power leveling, I kind of like got some memories back from like the time when they introduced like so much stuff in that time period and yeah, supercharged stuff. So I guess we'll start. So if season 9 will happen, so I believe that they're gonna add a new type of animal to the game. Now, last season, if you guys remember season 7, I didn't play that season because I didn't like it. They didn't add any new animals. This season they did. Next season, next chapter, probably they will add a new type of animal. Maybe a dragon, because everyone really wants to see a dragon come to the game. Maybe as a boss, if you like how the caretaker was like, but not as like maybe a one single boss or two single bosses or three. I don't know, depending on how, or maybe even maybe a small little baby dragon, maybe like a half a size, like maybe a size about the size of a helicopter. I would say, kind of like the size of if I would say if there was ever going to be like a new flying animal, a rideable animal, I would say they're probably going to add a few rideable animals to the game. Raptors, I don't think you'll be able to ride a raptor. Wolves, they're too small. Boars, definitely not. But maybe like bigger animals like dragons, horses, what other type of animals that you can ride? Yeah, those are the only two types that I know. There's not a lot of. I can't think of any rideable animals right now. I'm just trying to think what other rideable animals I know. I know you can ride like whales and stuff, but that's just like made up and stuff like that. The two rideable animals are like you know, like we know that you can ride dragons. Uh, uh, I know you can ride dragons, horses, and that's it pretty much. I don't know any other like rideable animals. If you guys do know any other rideable animals, leave down in the comments down below. But I really don't know because those are the only two animals that I know. I know horses. Yeah, I know people can ride horses. But we'll see. Anyways, I'm just. I hope they will add horses to the game because I would love to ride a horse. I mean, I rode horses before, but you know, dragons. You know, just like fly around the map and just like you're on top of a dragon. Maybe like if you're gonna say like if there was a wolf that you can ride, it would probably have to be a dire wolf. Dire wolves are really like big animals, really big animals. Werewolves are not. A dire wolf is much bigger than a. They're about 2 times the size of a. If Epic added the dire wolves to the game, that would be really interesting. They're probably gonna be like 2 or 3 dire wolves, maybe, but and more wolves. You know, because I would love to see a dire wolf. What about you can ride a polar bear? No, I don't think polar bears. Nah, there's too many like. I don't know. Polar bears might be too much. I personally, they still have raptors in the game. I don't know why. But I'm just saying, maybe they'll remove the raptors by next season. I'm pretty sure they will because it's like a myth. It's a creature, a prehistoric creature, and I don't know why it still exists, even though it's already extinct a long time ago. So I guess because they want to add new, because there are only 2 predators in the game right now, and one. So they have to add another predator to the game. Maybe a new werewolf, maybe a dire wolf or something, or even a dragon, for example. Something like something that attacks players, because I know boars can attack you, but they have to be provoked. So that's another thing. Same with chicken. You know. So maybe that's the reason why they kept raptors in, because they don't have a second predator. So, so if they added another predator to the game, maybe they'll be able to remove raptors, because there are way too many, way too many non-aggressive creatures. We have one neutral creature, that is the boar. A neutral creature is basically one that only attacks when it's been provoked. And then we got but if you're talking about like other if you're talking about creatures like husk and not husk, cube zombies and cube monsters, then that's totally different. We're talking about animals, pretty much. So we're not talking about cube monsters. We're not talking about monsters. We're talking about cube monsters. We're talking about like werewolves, those kind of things. So it's kind of cool to add like a dire wolf to the game. I mean, we already have like dire, but I'm talking about like an actual real dire wolf, one that actually roams around it has like a big, if you've seen Legends and stuff, you probably watched Game of Thrones or something like that. Dire wolves are really big. They get ginormous these size. So maybe you'll get dire wolves. Who knows? Dragons, horses. Because we don't have a lot. We can't. I mean, we can't ride raptors. I know you can, but I don't think you'll. I know you can ride it in like Ark Survival, but I don't think it. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's really that great because you know. So maybe we'll be able to. Maybe I know the saddle is still in work in progress right now because I heard about rumors about the saddle coming to this season, but maybe next season. Also, possibly mechs, right? Mechs might return. Please, let's hope the mechs don't return. Personally, I kind of hope that they don't return, because they did mention about mechs returning, because they want to test the new water feature. But I think people would rather pick, because the future can't just predict everything. Like, say if someone says like, oh, like someone says, you know, like mechs are coming / monsters are coming back, and so mechs are coming back, so that could happen, but it doesn't. It's not 100% true. So that means it's like a 50-50% that it could be the Infinity Blade or the mechs. I'm hoping that the Infinity Blade wins because I really want to test out. I really want to like actually test out the damage up. I already know what the damage. I want to see which one's better, the Infinity Blade or the Scythe. So we're gonna like if there was ever gonna be a battle between those two, either the Infinity Blade itself or the sort of or the sideways scythe. Personally, we'll see. I mean, personally, I think the I don't know. Which one do you guys find better? Do you find if you had to pick between if you had to pick either the mechs or the side or the Infinity Blade? Leave down in the comments down below too. I think people are gonna probably pick the Infinity Blade over the mech because the mech is literally a broken machine, and it's like a Terminator 2.0, which is like you can literally and it requires 2 pilots to destroy it, like 2 pilots, and it takes so maybe they'll nerf it, but I don't know. Which like the Infinity Blade are really powerful. I mean, but people can you can take out the Infinity Blade pretty quickly. I mean, and they might change it up a little bit. They might add 2, 3, you know how the Scythe has 2, I think 3 different versions of itself. Like they have a rare. They have a rare, epic. What's that other one called again? Legendary, and then they also have a mythic. So that's also another thing that's gonna see, like with epic ads where the Infinity Blade has, where they added the ability to have the exact same thing for the sideways, the exact same thing for the Infinity Blade. They have a epic. They have a rare, epic, and then legendary. So I just really want to see which one's better, the Infinity Scythe, the sideways scythe, or personally, I think I don't know. I think the Infinity Blade is gonna be a lot more better. The reason why I think the Infinity Blade is going to be a lot more better is because you can literally jump from miles and miles away. You can jump off a building and so we're gonna see what and then maybe in creative they might add new monsters to the game. I mean, I know that the fact is they don't have a lot of monsters in the game. I mean, they just recently added all the creatures, the mobs slash Haas creatures, the one that looks like werewolf spores. They haven't added crows yet, so that's gonna see what we're gonna see on that one. But they have added. They're gonna see if they're gonna add like. Um, we're gonna see if they're gonna add the cube monsters, and maybe they'll add the caretaker also to the because it is a monster. The caretaker is also a thing too. I thought it was gonna be named something else, but who knows? Also, I find the caretaker might be a little bit too easy. No, if personally myself, if I was in game and I took out one of those, I can literally like probably like wrap a piece of like wrap a piece of string down, and then he would probably like easily fall over. Because personally, uh, if 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 the if there was like more of a golem kind of character with a small little head and then big like long arms and a big like long legs, right? That would be personally way better because then you can like it's much harder to take out because it's gonna be like it's gonna be really because he has a small little head and then you gotta fire at him. So and he has gonna have like maybe like he has a blaster, like a chest blaster or something like that. Anyways, so let's see if chapter 3 or season 9, because right now we're still in the we still have no information whatsoever. I did mention a lot of things today. I mentioned about the power leveling. I mentioned about the Storm King, how it is somewhat related. Maybe we'll go back in time at the very beginning of time itself, like where it says, like the very, very beginning of time, meaning that where magic and other sorts of things will be a reality. So I would really like to see some magic stuff come to the game. Maybe I'll be able to enchant our weapons. You know, that's a little hint. Also, I also noticed that there's a mountain in the background of this thing for some reason. It looks like we're in some kind of Castlevania kind of thing because it looks like definitely like Castlevania. Because also it's in Save the World too. I really like this lobby background. It's very like Halloweenish. I was gonna rank the some of the other like which one's better for the so I was gonna see which one's better. The season 6 I don't remember season 7. I mean chapter season 4's there I don't know if it was the Midas's like if it was Midas's like the broken down agency / the authority. Not sure. Man, it's been a long time. I haven't seen Midas in a long time. But personally, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That whole storyline between Midas and things. Now we know what Midas is. And now we're gonna talk about. We're also gonna talk. I'm gonna do another video right after this video, talking about Dr. Sloan and what her end goal is. So we're gonna talk about that later in a bit. So I hope you guys do enjoy this little video / it was about 30 minutes long, or 40 minutes, 39 minutes. But I had a lot to talk about because it's because I like to put some information some information about this season. So anyways, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you later, or right after this video. So I will see you in a few more minutes. Bye!